Welcome to Alive and Thriving. My name is Jessica. I am your host, and today I want to talk to you guys about visibility. Now, I put up a post on Instagram the other day. It was a reel, and it said, I am in my not hiding my authentic self era. I see all these people do all these posts all the time. Oh, in my hot girl era, I'm in my whatever era. And it got me thinking, I was like, what kind of era am I in? What am I really stepping into right now? And what I really am stepping into, and I have been stepping into for a long time, is this space, which is just this real inner peace and satisfaction and confidence with who I actually am. And not only with who I am, but this confidence with being okay with, or not even okay with, thriving by having beliefs that set me outside of the box. And that's taken a lot of work, right? It's taken a lot of work to get there, because when you want to do things differently and you think about things differently and you feel different about a lot of situations to what maybe the people around you think, maybe friends and family, media, general public, when you have these different thoughts and these different ways of thinking and being, then it can be really scary to be like, no, I'm actually going to embrace my true self. So I was like, yeah, okay, this is my era. This is where I am right now. This is who I am and what I am being. And what I am being is leaning into, or completely embodying, really, the version of me that is real and that is authentic. And I'm going to talk more about this today when we talk about visibility. And I'm going to talk about visibility on 3 different levels, because when I say visibility, the first thing that you might think about is maybe visibility in your business, like what you would be looking at in a business plan. So we're going to talk about that kind of visibility for your business, because remember that your business, I believe, is its own energetic entity. And when we co-create for our business and we are working together, you need to be able to feel safe to be seen, but you also need to know what the business's strategy is and its visibility plan that you need to be safe to be seen in. And if you don't feel safe to be seen online, or out, handing out flyers, or just standing as the front of your business, if you don't feel safe to be doing that, because, your coworker or someone that you used to know, or a judgmental family member, because someone might see you, then energetically, you are not actually open for business. Let that sink in. If you are not open for the world, or not even the world, maybe that's a little bit extreme. I probably feel a little bit naked in front of the whole world. But if you are not open, if you cannot confidently say, I am here with my business and I am happy to be seen as this business owner, as this person with these beliefs. If you are a coach, for example, and you are so passionate about helping women transform lives with your life coaching skills, but you have this shame or this fear or this embarrassment to be seen online as a life coach in fear of being judged, then energetically you are not open for business. You are not. You are closed down. That is the energy that is being sent out. I had another reel yesterday, and I love the ones that just drop in. The ones that are oh, I had a completely different episode planned for this week as well, but the visibility post brought a lot of you into my DMs, and I've been having a lot of conversation about visibility and about the layers of visibility and about the confusion around the word visibility as well, because again, it means something different to each of you. So that's why I was like, no, this is the topic we're going to talk about this week. But yesterday I put a post up, and it basically was saying that for me, I would rather completely disappear during a launch than post-launch content that was coming from a space of lack, fear, desperation, frustration. I better post because I don't want to be punished by the algorithm and I'm in launch kind of energy. I wouldn't post. I fully believe that your energy that you post with, and so for me, I use my human design in terms of the way I post. And what I mean by that is I need to have had a response to something. Now, I make sure that when I'm in launch, and actually I'm going to do a whole other episode of this, so I won't go deep into it now, but I make sure that I have things that I've responded to that are there, they are scheduled, so it's never going to be crickets, right? I'm covered myself that way. But the energy that I put out when I post is felt. And do you know what really reaffirmed that for me was yesterday? I was scrolling through and I saw an ad. It was an ad for somebody who was using a photo that they had taken in this ad, and their eyes looked tired and they looked flat. And I felt that. And so that ad didn't grab me and be like, this person's an expert, she's going to be able to guide me into this thing. It was like, oh, she's stressed. She's flat. Like, she's put this together, and I can hear you talking in stories, and I can hear you speaking from a place of like flatness. And you can hear that and you can feel that. And whilst my heart is, oh, I want to help you, consumer me doesn't feel like I am being pulled into this particular service. And so the whole point of this is that the energy that we put out is felt. And so if you're showing up with this energy that is not confident within what you are doing, people will feel that. If you are showing up with this energy that's, oh shit, I don't want to be seen, like, people will feel that. And that's not a reason to not start. Because the more you show up, the more you gain confidence, the more you face the people. Like, I had this fear. I used to be so scared that someone would leave a nasty comment on a Facebook or Instagram post, and it was one of the things that really stopped me from being layer 3 visible, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But it happened, and I'm fine, and it gave me a giggle, and it made me realize how sad and hurt some people really truly are. And the thing is that this builds resilience. We don't want to be liked by everybody. In fact, I encourage you to try not to be, because that's going to step in again to layer 3. So what are these layers that I'm talking about? Let's get into it. Just quickly before we do, I want to let you know that applications are currently open for the Transcendence Mastermind. You can come and join us anytime between now and the end of June before the price significantly rises. So if you are a coach, a healer, somebody who works in the energy of people, if you are in their homes, if you are providing a service, either online or face-to-face, and you know that you want to become an energetic match for your business, that you would like to scale your business so you are not just caught up in the actual doing, but you actually get to step into like CEO mode, and you get to create the freedom that you want to create in your world and the spaciousness, and make sure that all of the things that you value in life are prioritized within your business, then this is the mastermind for you. We prioritize energy management, strengths-led strategy, and personal evolution. So it really is about you holistically becoming a match to hold what it is that you want to create. You get myself as support. You get Annalise Warren, who is a phenomenal business strategist, and you get Tegan Parkinson for human design support to really make sure that you are able to use your unique energy and have strategies that really work for you and understand yourself deeper. So if you would like to consider applying, you can have a chat with me. But if you know that you're ready to apply, then there is a link in the show notes. There's a link below. Let's just say that. Go and take a look at the application, and you can join us anytime. Choose your start date between now and the end of June.
You're listening to Alive and Thriving with Jessica Reed, the podcast that's all about empowering you to achieve optimal wellness and success through self-care, holistic practices, and raw conversations. Jessica and her expert guests are here to share powerful insights and strategies to help you overcome stress and anxiety, take charge of your life, and thrive in life and in business. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in.
So the first thing I used to think about when I would think about visibility is the traditional sense of the word in business. So my visibility plan. Where am I visible? Where is my business visible? And if you work from that energy of co-creation with your business, so you are two energetic entities that actually work together, that you are the driver and your business is this vehicle, then you know that your business is going to need to have a plan to be visible. And a part of that visibility is deeply knowing your brand. And I don't just mean your colors, who your brand is and what it stands for and what you care about and what feels good and authentic for you to speak about and how you authentically speak. And for some people, you might like to incorporate your human design or astrological placements into that, or just parts of you that are so beautifully unique, and you bring that into your business. Like, how is your business unique? And how is its tone of voice unique? And how does that land then with the beautiful people that you want to help with your business? It's understanding your authentic brand voice, understanding where your ideal clients are and how they like to be communicated with, and then understanding how you best communicate your businesses and your brand's message, and then blending all of that is where you're going to start to form your visibility plan. Those core foundations of your business, which by the way, can and should shift. They should grow as your business grows. We support those in the mastermind. We have a energetic business foundations and personal foundations section that you can do in your own time and pace if you want or need to, that will set you up with all of this. But understanding that then allows you to then look at what your visibility plan for your business is. And this is where we're talking about things like, what social media are you showing up on? What collaborations align with you and your business? So where are you collaborating? Where are you showing up on socials? Where are you showing up in person? How do you show up online? Do you have a website? Is it Pinterest? Where does your traffic come from? Like, where are you actually visible? Is it paid advertising? Is it podcasts, which I guess would fall under collaborations? So understanding your business's visibility plan, but doing it from a way that is unique to your energy and unique to your business. So having that depth of understanding first is really important, because I see people, we start our business, but even years into our business, and without having that depth of knowledge and that deep understanding of where your ideal clients are, if they are on TikTok, if that is where your ideal client is hanging out, then why are you putting all of your energy into Facebook? If your ideal client is consuming all of their knowledge on YouTube and that's their search engine and that's what they're using, then why is everything that you have going into Facebook or Instagram? If Pinterest is their main way of searching, again, it's about understanding your ideal client and understanding how you then best communicate as well. Because if you want to show up and you want to make this visibility plan happen for your business, if you want to be seen, if you want your business to be seen, then it's got to also be working with your unique strengths, because again, you are the driver. And so perhaps if you are an amazing writer, but you are focusing on trying to create Facebook graphics, what's the point? If you are someone who brings community together really beautifully, but you don't have, say, a Facebook community, or you're not creating maybe, I don't know, Instagram broadcast channels or things where you can actually be closer to your community, you're not working within your strengths. And so this is where you need to really get to know, like, how can my strengths best support my business's visibility plan? So that's one layer of visibility to look at for your business. And then the next layer comes into exactly what I was saying at the beginning, which was if you don't feel safe, and when I say feel safe, this might not be something that you are consciously even aware of. It might not be that you're like, oh, I don't feel safe to show up on the internet. But I want you to listen to your hesitations. Your hesitations to actually just allow yourself to be seen, to put your face on camera, to speak to your people, to use your voice on somebody's podcast, to have a photo of you with your business. All the power to the faceless businesses that are going on out there. But I know from my business, and I want you to know this deeply for yours, for me, for my strengths, for my business, for what my audience needs to be able to work with me at the level and depth that they do work with me on, I need to be seen. We need connection. You need to be able to see my face. You need to be able to hear my voice. Or I'm not going to build the connection and the relationship with you that you likely need to invest in yourself with me. Consider that if you're like, oh, I'll take the faceless reels way because that feels easy. Easy is not where the growth happens. Maybe that's a starting point for you. But if your nervous system does not feel safe to be seen, then you have deeper work to do. Okay, so allowing yourself to show your face, allowing yourself just to speak, allowing yourself to be seen, not worrying about like the work that to be done there is not worrying about who might be judging you, not worrying about who might be watching. It's around that fear of judgment. It's around image. It's around confidence. That is the internal work to do and be supported through to become more confident in showing up. I think of one of my masterminders as I speak about this, and she has just sat in so much discomfort. She has a service-based business and she works like me deeply with people. And she has sat in so much discomfort, gradually showing up and showing her face more and more. And as she does this, her reach is increasing, her engagement is increasing, the impact that she's making with her message is increasing. She is becoming more visible and she's able to implement her business's visibility plan because she is choosing to sit through this discomfort. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it can be. I've certainly stretched myself to some places that I never imagined I would go. When I think about this layer of visibility, I see it a lot in clients, and this is where a lot of people will get stuck. They'll get stuck because the protective personality is coming in and it is just trying to keep them safe. For me, like I said, I have purposely put myself out in situations that feel stretchy and uncomfortable. Personally, and maybe it's because when I was younger, I used to dance, I used to perform a lot. And so being in the spotlight doesn't frighten me. I haven't had that sort of layer of visibility. Mine was different, but still within this layer. Although I never feared being seen, I still had this level of like inauthenticity to it because I would be seen paranoid about what I looked like. I would be seen paranoid I was going to be judged for hair out of place, makeup not right, looking too big, not wearing the right outfit. My fear, I had these perfection stories about myself and about the way that I should be seen and the way I should be perceived. And this all came into me being visible, but I'm going to get into the third layer in a minute. If someone had said to me years ago, you have a visibility issue, I would have thought, no. I speak on stories, like I record myself. I don't retake my reels 17 times anymore. I've worked through a lot of that. And again, that took a lot, but it also in some way felt natural. Like when I ran my business in 2013, when there wasn't that much social media marketing going on. In fact, I didn't really know even what Instagram was or how to use it. One of my friends was like, you should look at Instagram for this event. And I was like, oh, yeah. But I was on the TV commercials for it, presenting. I introduced the celebrity trainers. Like, I had no issue being visible. The thought of emceeing an event excited me. That was falling into my performing level of visibility, which is what layer 2 is. It's like a performance. You step into the person who you need to be to get up and be seen, and you show up as that person. And you can go back and look at archetypes. There was a podcast I did a couple of weeks ago talking about archetypes and who you are as you show up in your business. And you might like to go back to that episode and really check in with, okay, who is this person? How do I show up? Who do I need to be? And if your first step is starting in layer 2 of bringing your business's visibility plan to life and just allowing yourself to show up and be seen, then maybe it starts as a performance mindset. Okay, you're playing a character. That's where I was for a really long time. Layer 3 of visibility, which we touched on at the very beginning when I spoke about being in my authentic self era. Layer 3 of visibility is all about authenticity. And this is where you allow yourself to step out of the costume, step out of the mask, step out of the performance, and actually show up as you. Now, I didn't realize I had so many fears and blocks around this for so long. I was trying to be somebody who was more clinical than what my business was. And that was so misaligned because I love everything about energy and energy management, which is part of why I love the mastermind so much, because that container really brings in 3 aspects of my energetic, unique way of doing business that really allows for a holistic support. I denied that part of me, whether you want to call it woo, whatever you want to call it, I denied that part of me to be seen in fear of judgment for a very long time. So whilst, yes, I was showing up, I was doing the reels, I was doing the dancing reels if you scroll back long enough. Don't do that. Whatever. No, it's there. I don't care. But I was doing all of that, but none of it. Well, it was authentic in that I wasn't making it up, but it wasn't authentic in that I was suppressing the part of me that really wanted to come forward, because I was scared to be seen for who I truly was, because I was scared to be seen for somebody who wasn't at a certain level of this thing, this ideal picture that I had painted in my head. And so I did not show up as the authentic version of myself that I do now. I did not dare show up and say things that would have potentially had someone comment on a post and be like, I disagree with this, or you don't know what you're talking about. I would never speak controversially. I would not fully speak my mind. I would not talk about the energetics of business or the energetics within ourselves, which is really hard when you are an EFT practitioner, because EFT is so much working with your body's energy systems. So these things, these stories I had around who I should be, prevented me from showing up authentically. And that is that 3rd layer. And so since I started implementing my business's visibility strategy based on not just who I thought I should be, so not just that performance level of showing up. And if you are not quite at that performance level of showing up yet, then maybe you are running your visibility strategy based on how you can best get your business out there without you being seen. I want you to start there, work on that. If you haven't got a visibility strategy for your business, start there. Come into the mastermind, we'll do it all together. But then when I know for me and for the ladies that I work with who I watch begin to have this safety in showing up as their authentic selves, that starts to attract a whole new different level of client. That starts to attract people who really gel with you, who are really hearing your message and the unique way that you deliver it. And for me, that authenticity has been bringing in my human design, because that is a pathway that I have chosen. It has been bringing in, as we talk about in Embodied Entrepreneur, it has been bringing in my unique skills, my authentic voice, my unique beliefs, and my unique perceptions of the world. And all of that forms this authentic way that I now feel safe to be seen. And that's the key, is bringing that safety to your nervous system to be seen as authentically you. And the work to do around that, the internal work to do around that, is around courage and self-belief. And this connection to knowing that what you are doing is actually bigger than just you. Because knowing that your message needs and deserves to be heard by everyone who needs to hear it, whether they're going to pay you right now or not, it doesn't matter. But knowing that message deserves to be heard, and that the only way that they really are going to hear it, that it's really going to land, like the ladies in my world right now, I can honestly say are all fitting into that dream client category. And it's not a coincidence that is happening since I took down that barrier and allowed people to see me for who I really am. And I let go of the fear of the family members who don't get it, or the friends who don't get it. I let go of that, because this is my life. That's not theirs. And it blows my mind. It still blows my mind. And I know there are reasons behind it. I understand how all of that works. But it just blows my mind, like that humans will hold themselves back in a fear of what somebody else will think. Like in fear of something that goes on inside somebody else's head, which really is just a projection of their own fears and judgments that they're putting out, because most people probably aren't thinking that. And the ones who are thinking that, we need to be okay with saying, okay, their energy doesn't align with me. That person is not meant to be in my world. They do not serve my higher purpose, and this is my life. And the Gestalt prayer comes to mind. And I'm going to actually read it word for word here, because I don't want to miss anything. Where is it? Oh, too many screenshots. Okay. I'm not going to read it word for word because I can't find it. But the Gestalt prayer basically says that you are you and I am I. And you are not here on this earth, in this life, to meet my expectations. And I am not here to meet your expectations. And if by chance we shall meet, then that is wonderful. But if not, forget the last bit. But do you see what I'm saying? This actually changed everything for me, this prayer. And here I am. I'm like, I can't even remember the end of it. I know it. It's been about 3 years since I learned it though. But the essence and the message of it has never left me. I stopped trying to meet other people's expectations. I stopped expecting that they were going to meet my expectations. And that was freeing. That was really freeing. That was freeing in my relationship. That was freeing with my clients. Like it was, yeah. So I'm going to say it again. I'm going to quickly grab it because I do want to read it word for you because it is powerful. Okay. I do my thing and you do yours. I am not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you are not in this world to live up to mine. You are you and I am I. And if by chance we shall meet each other or find each other, it is beautiful. And if not, it can't be helped. Just let that sink in. If you are holding yourself back from being visible, from being seen, from being the face of your business, from being known as a coach, a healer, or whatever it is that you are doing, and you are feeling this block of being visible at a visibility layer of performance, like we spoke about, and also then the visibility layer of authenticity. If you have that block, let this prayer guide you. Let this Gestalt prayer by Fritz Perls guide you to know that you were not put on this earth to meet other people's expectations. It's not why you're here. You have your own journey. And the thoughts, like literally the thoughts, they're just thoughts. They're in someone else's head based on their perception, their way of seeing life, their experiences, their understanding, their beliefs around what is right, what is normal. That's their perception, like that's their journey, that's their story. And you get to do yours. So I want you to come over to Instagram and tell me, what layer of visibility are you focusing on? Are you looking at your business's visibility and working out where it is authentically that you are going to be showing up to reach your people? And then how are you implementing that? Is it through the level of performance? Is that the level that you're currently working on right now? And if that is it, then great, because you need to work through that level before you move into that deep openness of the authenticity. So are you at the performance level? Or are you at the authenticity level? Is that where you're ready to work? Or have you mastered all three? And we really want to know where you're at. So come and say hi to me in my DMs. No special code words or anything like that. Just literally be human. Come say hi. And tell me where you're at. And if you have any questions about Transcendence Mastermind, you know that you are so ready to surpass your ordinary limitations, break through your personal glass ceilings, and take your beautiful soul-led business to the next level, then we are holding a very special spot for you. And again, you can join us anytime between now and the end of June. You can choose your start date and come in before our prices do go up, because there is so much value in that container already. So much more than what we are financially charging. So come and talk to me about whether this space is the right space for you. We make sure that our energies very much are aligned before someone just comes in, which is why we don't just say, hey, join the mastermind. It's like you need to apply for it. But that's only so we can make sure that it is aligned for you and for us, because we have a beautiful cohort coming through and you will come and join us. All right, have the most amazing day.
Wow, what a journey it's been today. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who tuned in to Alive and Thriving. If you enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep growing, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your favorite platform. It's a simple but powerful way to support a small business like ours to continue to make an impact.